Yes, again. So here we are, we've been playing with, as I stated, the first book, Saving Ruined Negatives, and which these certainly are. But in the course of looking at negatives, even this one, there's really a lot going on in them, just I find quite interesting. And just to give you a preview of the next project, and any budding photographers who want to do something first, I plan to be working with the negatives and what's kind of left on them and how they've been altered, you know, as opposed to the prints. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. But you sort of get the idea here. This might be a little bit better, yeah. There we go. I mean, there is the photograph, and then this micro stuff, which is really no different than anything, you know, Brackage might have done in Mothlight. I'm sure other people have done similar things. Anyway, that's what we'll be working with next, and that's what we're going to work with tonight. And it is nighttime. Looking at a negative like this and wondering what's in it, I would say there's a greater physicality of stuff on the negative, and just enough of the negative coming through to make it a photograph. Otherwise, it's sort of like a Rauschenberg painting. It comes to mind first with stuff on it, and well, there you go. As opposed to this, which is just a negative and more optical. Physical, optical. We're going to take a short break from this. It's something I want to show you, which I'll be able to show you better in the morning. Something our California relatives are having trouble. Well, it looks like our tea is ready, but I'll be able to show you this better in the morning. And I may not be able to show you tonight since it's so late. But a dusting of snow. It's cool out here. 20 degrees. Life in Red Hook is getting harder and harder. Or as I say to my California relatives, it's winter. There's the projects. So we have our little camera and our little iPod. Let's get to work. We'll have a little music. I guess we'll call it Saving Ruined Negatives. So it's really exciting to make another discovery or another negative that's, you know, really damaged in a different way. I really don't know how to think about these things yet. I will be though, and hopefully I'll get a scanner and be able to print them out, put them in the computer and print them out. These used to have a date. I don't see a date on this one. We have September 96. There we go. September 96. Maybe that's what we'll call this one. I think another thing that I'd be interested in seeing these when I can print them out is just, you know, like I have no idea what that is. You know, it's like a building on a hill with a bridge and a river in the front. I can't. It's really hard to tell, you know. Something like this, of course, is even more obscure. It's been altered. And of course, I think this is just pretty. They have these, what I would say, mundane. I actually don't remember what they are. It's like some sort of church. Very odd. From my mentor, Mr. Bailey, and it's a funny photograph of him. It's even odder of Lori, who looks determined, and Mr. Bish. And obviously this is Wind, their first child, and cute. To John Cover, that would be Laurie's nickname for me, and it's from us. In terms of deciphering this photograph, we have Bruce in his jumpsuit overalls, pretty cool, and Laurie has a very nice scarf on. Oh, that's Wynn's hat. Oh, sorry. I guess they were a foursome at that point. You know, a different matter altogether. This shows the power of photographs. Here we are at the beach in '96, I guess. I think when we start photographing these negatives, there'll be the negative, and there'll be the image, and the physicality, and any so-called damage. And then there's also these are Seattle Film Lab negatives, and they started wrapping them in this plastic, which I peeled off. But you know, I can't tell if it's a good idea to peel it off or leave it on, because it will definitely affect the image that comes out, and even it can be an image, you know. The wrapping is part of a photograph. Not quite sure how we'll work with that. Well, I was going to go out for a smoke, but I've already had one. And I realize now that the reason that a lot of people got involved in media in the 60s was they're having these profound drug experiences, and then they'd come down. You always come down, and they want to remember what they had experienced, and often would forget that they had even remembered, even if they worked at it. So they started recording everything that they did so they could remember.